Feeling stuck in a marriage with a narcissistic wife can be tough, right? Today, we're going to talk about how you can plan your exit and take back control of your life. We'll walk you through some essential steps and share tips to make this journey as smooth as possible. By the end of this video, you'll have a clear plan and feel more confident about your next steps. And hey, don't skip out early because we've got a special bonus tip at the end. It's something you won't want to miss, especially if you're serious about making a change. Let's get started on this path to a brighter, healthier future. 1. Grasping narcissistic traits. Let's talk about what it's like being with a narcissistic wife. It's not just the usual ups and downs of marriage. We're dealing with a whole different level of challenges. A narcissistic person often thinks they're the most important person in the room, needing constant attention and admiration. They might not be great at empathizing with others, and that can make you feel pretty lonely in the relationship. Now, you might notice that conversations always turn back to her, or your needs and feelings get brushed aside. It's tough, right? You try to share how your day went, but somehow the focus shifts back to her experiences or issues. And when it comes to making decisions, it might feel like what you want or think doesn't really matter. Recognizing these patterns is crucial. It's not about blaming or pointing fingers, but understanding what you're dealing with. This awareness is your first big step in planning your exit. When you see these behaviors for what they are, you start to understand that it's not about you not being good enough or not trying hard enough. It's about her narcissistic traits. Understanding this can be a game changer. It helps you detach from the guilt or the feeling that you could fix things if you just did something differently. It's like putting on a new pair of glasses and seeing your situation more clearly. This clarity is what will help you make informed decisions as you plan your next steps. So, keep this in mind as we move forward. You're learning, growing, and getting ready to make a change for your own well-being. 2. Legal and financial preparation. I know this might sound a bit daunting, but it's super important. Think of it as setting up a safety net for yourself. When you're planning to step away from a marriage, especially one with a narcissistic partner, you want to make sure you're on solid ground. First off, talking to a lawyer can give you a big picture of what to expect. They can guide you through your rights and what the process looks like. It's not just about ending the marriage. You're also protecting yourself and your future. And hey, understanding your legal standing can actually give you a sense of relief. It's like knowing the rules of the game before you start playing. Now, onto the money part. It's crucial to know what's what with your finances. Start by getting a clear picture of all your assets and debts. It's like doing a treasure hunt, but instead of looking for gold, you're gathering information on bank accounts, properties, and any debts you both might have. This step is about fairness and making sure you're not left in a tough spot. Setting aside some funds for yourself is also a smart move. Think of it as a financial first aid kit. You hope you never have to use it, but it's there if you need it. This will ensure you have the resources to support yourself during and after the exit process. So, while it might feel a bit overwhelming, taking these legal and financial steps is about empowering yourself. It's like putting on your own life jacket before helping others. You're setting the stage for a smoother transition to a new chapter in your life. 3. Building a support system. Now, let's talk about having people around who've got your back. When you're planning to leave a tough situation like a marriage with a narcissistic wife, it's like preparing for a big storm. You wouldn't want to face that alone, right? That's where your support system comes in. Think about who in your life makes you feel heard and understood. These are the folks you want in your corner. They could be friends, family members, or even a therapist or support group. These people are your go-to when things get heavy. Just having someone to listen can be a huge relief. It's like having a safety net when you're walking a tightrope. Now, I know it might feel tough to open up about what's going on, especially if you're used to keeping things under wraps. But trust me, letting others in can lighten your load. You don't have to share everything all at once. Start small. Maybe share a bit of what you're feeling or planning with someone you trust. You might be surprised at how much support is out there. Also, remember, this is about finding people who uplift you, not those who bring you down. If someone isn't making you feel supported or respected, it's okay to keep your distance. Your support crew should be a source of strength, not stress. So as you're planning your exit, think about who you can lean on. These people can offer a listening ear, helpful advice, or just a distraction when you need it. With the right folks by your side, you'll feel stronger and more prepared to face the changes ahead. If you're finding value in what I'm saying, why not give a thumbs up or drop a comment below? Share your story or just say hi. You're not alone in this, and every bit of support counts. Your engagement helps us all build a community where we can find strength together. 4. Creating an exit strategy. Think of this as mapping out a road trip where you're heading towards a new, healthier life. It's not just about deciding to leave, but knowing how you'll do it, step by step. Start with the basics. Figure out where you'll go on the first day you leave. Could be a friend's place, a family member's house, or anywhere you feel safe. Just like you wouldn't leave for a trip without knowing your first stop, don't start this journey without a clear destination for day one. Next up, pack a small bag with essentials. Clothes, important documents, a bit of cash, and anything else you can't do without. It's like packing an overnight bag for an unexpected trip. You want to be ready to go without scrambling for things at the last minute. Now, timing is key. Choose a moment to leave when you feel safest. This might be when she's out of the house or if there's someone else around to support you. Also, think about how you'll communicate your decision. You might not want to say it face-to-face to avoid conflict, maybe a note, an email, or through a conversation with a trusted person. Choose the method that keeps you the safest. This plan is your blueprint for a new beginning. You're not running away from something, but moving towards something better, with a clear path and the resources you need. So, take your time to think it through, adjust as needed, and when you're ready, take that first step with confidence. 5. Taking care of your emotional well-being. Now, let's focus on something super important, your emotional health. Leaving a relationship, especially a tough one, is a bit like healing after a long illness. It takes time, and you need to take care of yourself. First off, recognize your feelings. It's okay to feel sad, angry, relieved, or even a mix of everything. Imagine you're sorting through a box of old stuff. Some items bring happy memories, some not so much. Your feelings are like that box. Sort through them at your own pace. There's no rush. Finding someone to talk to can be a big help, like a therapist or a counselor. They're like guides on a tricky hiking trail. They can help you find your way and stay on track, especially when things get tough. And hey, don't forget to do things that make you feel good. Maybe it's a hobby you've neglected or a new activity you've wanted to try. Also, remember to give yourself some credit. You're making a big change, and that takes courage. So as you move forward, keep checking in with yourself. Just like you'd nurse a physical wound, nurse your emotional health. Take it day by day. And remember, it's all about moving toward a happier, healthier you. 6. Staying safe during and after the exit. This part's like making sure you have a good helmet when you're biking. It's all about protection. When you're getting ready to leave, think about who can be there with you or who you can call right away if things get tough. It's like having a buddy system. If you're feeling unsafe at any moment, having a friend or a family member on speed dial can make all the difference. After you've left, it's smart to stay a bit under the radar. Maybe take a break from social media or change up your routine. Think of it as going incognito for a while. This isn't about living in fear, but being smart and staying a few steps ahead. If you're worried about running into her, or if she tries to contact you, have a plan. This could be telling someone where you are, or using a check-in system. Keep these safety tips in mind. They're your toolkit for keeping things smooth and secure as you move on. Just like you wouldn't drive a car without a seatbelt, don't navigate this journey without your safety measures. They're key to starting your new chapter on the right foot. All right, here's that bonus tip I promised. Embrace your new beginning. Think of this as not just ending a chapter, but starting a whole new book. It's your story, and you get to write it your way. Now's the time to rediscover what makes you happy. Dive into old hobbies you've missed, or explore new interests. It's like being a kid in a candy store. There are so many options, and you get to pick what you want. This is also a chance to meet new people or reconnect with old friends. Build a community that lifts you up, not drags you down. Lastly, give yourself a pat on the back. You've shown strength and courage. Celebrate your wins, no matter how small. It's like crossing the finish line in a race. You did it, and that's something to be proud of. Take a deep breath and step into this new beginning with excitement. There's a whole world out there waiting for you. Go on, start exploring. To help you prepare for your journey, watch our video on the false promises a narcissist wife will make to keep you around. Or, alternatively, click the video link to discover effective methods for disengaging with her drama.